Hey, I'm Krista Wex. You are listening to MSP Sound on KFAI, and I have Meghan of Kiss the Tiger here. Hey!
Hi.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I have to make an honorable mention because I've interviewed you. We've met virtually or socially distanced at least 3 times in the past year. And that's the most I've had any guest on in 1 year. So
Cool.
there is no prize, just an honorable mention. Hey, you've been on the show 3 times. That's amazing.
Well, I love it. I love talking to you, so I'm glad we can do it again.
Me too. Me too. I should also give a quick shout out because Jeff Radford is probably the only other guest who's been on. I think he's been on 4 times.
Ooh.
Minspin, if you don't know who he is. So gotta beat that. I'm sure I'll have you on one more time. We'll even up the score soon.
Yeah. It's on, Jeff, if you're listening.
But aside from that fun honorable mention, we're here because you have a brand new album, Kiss the Tiger, Vicious Kid.
You've got the physical CD. How cool.
I love it. I love the album artwork. I love the album. And you all had kind of this was kind of ready to go last year, wasn't it?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, that thing called the COVID-19 pandemic happened, and we did what I think a fair amount of artists did, which was, put things on hold for a little bit.
You did grace us with some awesome singles during that time too, which was awesome.
Yeah. Tried to keep people interested.
For sure. I can't imagine how hard, what a big decision that was to just say, let's just wait. We want to make sure the timing's right. Yeah, obviously, you're not the only band who had music ready to go in 2020 and just was like, we're waiting. And I think that's really cool. I don't think there was any right or wrong way on how to approach this time.
Yeah, exactly. Like there were no rules. It was just sort of what felt right, and that's what felt right for us. So, but we're super excited that now we get to share it with people.
And what a fun time. I mean, what a fun time to put it out now. It just feels like we're getting there. We're getting a little bit closer to normalcy. A majority of people have been getting vaccinated. We can have, I think venues have had a time to kind of restructure and figure out how they want to move forward with outdoor events, because some places did. Kind of the same thing as with new music too. Do we open? Do we not? How do we do this? What does it look like? But kind of leading in, because not only is this brand new album coming out Friday, June 4th, but starting Thursday, June 3rd, you have a residency at Icehouse. Live performances are back.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of crazy to think about. And actually, we are releasing it on the 3rd so that it aligns with it's a little against the grain of what happens with most music, which is that people release on a Friday. But we just thought we can't have the show and not be able to, allow people to listen to it, before they come or on the day of. So we broke some rules. But yeah, if we learned anything in the last year, it's like, well, we kind of have to break some rules to make things happen. I don't know. That rule doesn't apply to everything, but in the case of this album, it does. Yeah.
I love it. That's a great rule to break. Oh my gosh. Pardon my error. That is exciting.
That's okay.
Out Thursday, June 3rd.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
We love Thursdays.
Yes. Thursday's the new Friday. Kind of. I don't know. I'll work on it. I'll workshop it some more. But how exciting. How did, you're doing residency. You'll be performing every Thursday at Icehouse. And that is incredible in itself. But you have some amazing acts that are coming along with you. How did all that come together? The residency and everything.
Yeah, we had in the books a residency last June, and I think that was around the time that Icehouse started to do some outdoor stuff, but at that time we didn't really feel ready to play live again, so we decided to hold off on doing a residency. But we felt that a residency would be a nice way, with the way things at least were until previously, or until recently, with a limited capacity, that we'd be able to kind of celebrate the release of the album and get as many people in as possible. And then, you know, residencies are always fun because it gives you a chance to kind of hunker down at a venue and experiment with what you do every night as a band, but then also get some great guest artists. So yeah, we're super excited about all of the special guests that we have, which include Maida on June 3rd, Taba as a duo on June 10th. And then another rule that we broke is that we're playing one Friday in June, which is the 18th, which is totally confusing, but Icehouse, they had booked a private event, and you know, venues, if they get a private event, you gotta take that money, right? Or, you know, just like accommodate people if they want to use the venue in that way. So we're like, that's fine. We'll play a Friday. So that's the date that Technic is playing with us, doing a hardware electronic set. And then Thomasina Petrus will be with us on the last Thursday, which is the 24th. And just like a really wide range of styles and music, with all four of those acts, which we're really excited about, because yeah, it will hopefully get people interested in coming out maybe multiple nights, or you know, if people have a particular opening act that they really want to see as well as us, like that could help perk some interest. So yeah, we're just super excited, mostly that it's a cool lineup of artists.
Oh my gosh, it is incredible. I want to go every week. It's like,
You should.
I know.
Well, you might break the bank a little bit if you do that, but yeah. And I mean, we're gonna also have some different guest players playing in with us, because we did have guest players on the album outside of our band. So we're hoping to get, well, we are going to get throughout the month, some of those people coming in and sitting in with us as well. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff.
That's so fun. Congrats on the new album. That's so exciting.
Thank you. Yes, I'm super excited. The whole band is very excited.
I'm sure. I have to ask, since you know this was recorded pre-COVID, did y'all tinker with the album during COVID? Like, you're like, we could maybe do this a little better. Did you just like let it on the shelf?
Yeah, we tinkered with it. We re-recorded Grown Ass Woman, and we took 2 songs off of the album and we recorded 2 different songs. So yeah, we did a little bit of editing and a little bit of zhuzhing to just make it better, or the best that we could, because we had a whole year before we didn't even know at that point when we would be able to play live to support it. So yeah, it gave us a creative outlet and something to put our energy into. And you know, the thing about recording an album is you're always going to want to do it better, or you're going to have things that you listen back to and you're like, I wish we could go back. So it was really nice to have that time to do that.
I love it. There's a few artists who I've talked to who are kind of in the same situation. I have to add, because I probably would tinker with an album if it was like, well, I don't know, let's see what we can do. You're the first one to say, yeah, we did. Most people just let it sit, and I don't know how. I've never put out an album. I don't know anything about that, but I would probably tinker with it. Just saying. So
yeah, I mean, it gave us an excuse to get back into the studio, which was fun. And we shout out to our sound engineer and the owner of the Terrarium, where we recorded the album, Jason Orris. He recorded this album with us, and he's super awesome. So to be able to get into a room with him again too was really fun, and yeah, a good excuse to get us all together again.
Good. I love it. It's an incredible album. It's just shows what a range y'all have musically. Like I love that you're kind of like, well, we're not going to put ourselves in a box. We're going to just pull from all kinds of areas and styles. And I think that's what makes the album so great, and overall, like, just a great band as well.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think the thing that makes me excited about this album, and I think I mentioned this to you maybe back when we did that vinyl revival interview with Laserbeak, but that I've listened to these songs so many times now. Like, I've listened to the album so many times and I still like it. I'm still excited about it. So I'm like, okay, that must be a good sign that it's good, because I can still handle listening to it. And usually I'm like, oh, this is awful. I can't believe we're gonna, you know. So yeah, and I think it is really diverse sound wise, and I think that's why I enjoy listening to it, because every song kind of has something a little different to offer and is a little surprising. And yeah, I don't know, I think as a listener that's really fun, because there are some albums that are more conceptual and have more of like a wash of like a sound thematically, which is also super cool. But I think this one is a little bit more for us all over the place, but not in like in a bad way, in an exciting way, I think.
I agree, in an exciting way, definitely.
Cool.
So any other performance, anything else besides this amazing residency? No pressure if there isn't, but can we find you elsewhere this summer?
Yeah, we've got a pretty busy summer. And it's all outdoor stuff, which is great, because I think that just like raises the comfort level for people as we're sort of, I don't know, going back to something that felt like it was before. So after the residency, we'll be playing Lower Town Sounds in Mears Park on July 8th. It's a Thursday, and we're opening for the Flamin' O's.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, super cool. We've been wanting to play with them for a while, so it's going to be super cool. And then I think we're doing Record Store Day, kind of TBD based on the record store. But I think with the way that restrictions are lifting, that's going to happen. So Record Store Day somewhere, I won't say yet. And then July 28th, we're playing our favorite gig of all time that we did 2 summers ago, and it's the Como Zoo. Like in front of the observatory or wherever they do the like Como Zoo summer thing. But it's super fun because there's lots of kids that are there, and it's really fun to play for kids, because we're usually playing like a late night venue where there's alcohol, but like kids really respond to our music well, which is cool, and it kind of brings out a different energy in us too. So yeah, those are a few things kind of in the after June and July that are going on.
Wow. That is, oh my gosh. I am beyond excited. You are one of my favorite local bands to see live and listen to.
Thank you.
So much energy, so much, you put into so much into every performance. And it's just a blast to watch you all perform. And I mean, I feel like I try to dance as much as I can without looking crazy, but I don't know. But who's watching? No one's watching.
Dance like no one's watching. Isn't that what the saying is? Or dance like people are watching. And I hope after this past year, people really like bust out of their shell, because Minnesotan audiences can be a little shy physically, like it can be a little, I don't know, that's my experience anyway. So I hope people just like dance like no one's watching.
Meghan, I think you just did my dance move right there, the shy Minnesotan, like.
I mean, that's cool too. I'm not here to police like anyone's response to anything. You do what makes you feel comfortable. But yeah, I will always encourage dancing. So
I love it. Oh my gosh. Congrats on the new album, Vicious
Thank
Kid.
you.
I love this. This photo is awesome.
Thank you. The photographer, her name is Diana Albrecht, and she is a really awesome photographer. So when I reached out to her and she was interested in doing the cover shoot, I was super, super happy because, yeah, she's just a super talented photographer.
That's so great. Oh my gosh. Vicious Kid is out Thursday. Eek! I act like I have heard it and it's amazing, but I'm still excited anyways. And the residency starts at Icehouse, some incredible acts. Congrats, Meghan, on everything. And just it's so great to chat with you again.
Yes, it's so great to chat with you as well. Thank you.